Hey friends, and welcome back to another episode of Adventures with Kai and T. Just kidding, that makes it sound like we're literally super adventurous and can afford to travel all the time, when in reality we're on our way to my parents' house in central Illinois. So super fun still, but not much of an adventure. So we're going there tonight just to hang out with my parents, and then Saturday we'll be going to, I forget what the town's called, but the park that we're going to is called St. Francois. It's like a little kayaking, like hiking state park in Missouri. So we'll be camping again, this time with my parents and a couple of my cousins, my brother, and then my uncle and aunt, because it's my uncle's birthday. So that's the way that he wants to celebrate with all of us. And just like last time, we'll be kind of cooking out while we're there too. So I believe that my dad is bringing some vegan brats. Oh my gosh, look at Trig I. What are you doing? When he wants attention, he paws us like this. It's so cute. But he's stuck in the back with, look at all of our stuff again. This time it's for one night, but a lot of this isn't staying in here. Like, my bicycle was at Kyle's parents' house. I have like a whole suitcase full of like clothes and shoes that I want to sell or put in our garage sale. So a lot of this is just staying with my parents. So we'll actually have a lot more room in here for the actual camping trip tomorrow. So yeah, right now it's Friday. I'm eating my dinner in the car. So I picked up a salad before Kyle picked me up. He's a sweetie pie and came north to Chicago to grab me, even though he lives south of me. So I didn't have to take the train, and we didn't have to rely on the train times, and we could try to get down to my parents' house quicker. So anyway, I have my typical salad that I always get from Beatrix. I shouldn't say typical because it's different every time. I use the arugula basically every time though. And then I have like a little chickpea mix. They always have like those pre-made like weird concoctions at Beatrix. Like this was like a little chickpea pre-made salad with like chopped cucumber and tomato, I believe. And a lot of times they have like little quinoa ones that I get, and they're all labeled vegan, which is super nice for me, so I don't have to assume that there's like dairy or not dairy in it. And then of course I have beets because I'm a beet freak. I have one sweet potato wedge just because there's like a hot bar, and every time I see the sweet potatoes I really want them, but then I already made like a cold salad, so I just grabbed one wedge, some broccoli, tomatoes, and I think that's it. Just like some like chopped vegetables basically. But salads are like really hard to go wrong with, so it's obviously good to me. So yeah, this is probably I shouldn't say this is the only dinner I'm gonna have, because I might eat again later at home, since it is only like 4:30 right now. We'll see. And then yeah, I'll show you guys the meal when we camp on Saturday tomorrow. And then usually when we wake up, my dad likes to make a little like breakfast when we camp as well, so we'll see what that is. All right, until then, peace. This is how spoiled Trigger is. What do you think, Kai?
He can't be comfortable.
Yeah, he literally can't be comfortable. Like, I don't know why he does this. If he just feels like he's like missing out when he's in the back seat, or like it has to be more comfortable. I know it's like smushed back there right now, and he probably wasn't that comfortable, but literally it probably doesn't look as bad as it like feels. Like his elbows are like digging into me. He's half off the seat. His foot is touching the ground. This leg is literally on the ground. His ass is in a cup. Like, look, I can't even push him. I had to put like a towel over the seatbelt because I felt like so bad that the like seatbelt button thing was like pushing into his like side. So I put a little towel there for him. Like, look at this funny dude. He is so funny. Literal human. Happy Saturday. We're officially on our way to this mini adventure in Missouri. So again, we're going to that campground called like St. Francois. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It's like F-R-A-N.
I thought it was like Francisco or something.
It's spelled Francois. And I feel like OIS is like ois.
Right? I didn't see that. I thought it said Francisco on the map.
No, I really don't think it's Francisco.
I feel like it is San Francisco.
No, I swear.
We'll put it up in the box of what it is.
Whatever. Either way, it's like not just like Francis. It's not something easy. It's something weird. But we left this morning at like 6:30, 7. I think we left like our house at like 6:40ish, but we had to go get gas and everything. And yeah, so I'm a bit tired now, and I even had a whole coffee with some espresso from the gas station. speaking of, this was like so fancy. We went to like a normal gas station in my
Circle
small
K.
hometown. Yeah, Circle K. And
Casey supporters though.
prefer Casey's. Who doesn't? But there was like this whole wall of like coffee machines, and there was like, you know, the normal like pull, like switch ones, like the normal like French vanilla special machines. But then they had this whole cold brew section, and then this whole like espresso machine, like fancy. Like you could choose if you wanted like Americano, like this percent milk, this, that. And I was like, this is a gas station, what? I had never seen that. So very impressed, added a little bit of espresso to a normal hot coffee. Wasn't feeling cold brew, even though I'm total cold brew fan lately, but I don't know, I feel like for my body temperature like decides on what coffee I want. So if I'm like hot, you know, you want cold, and the opposite. But yeah, we haven't eaten breakfast yet today, but it's only 8:20, so not really hungry yet, especially because I had that coffee. But our ETA is what, like 9:30?
Yeah.
So it's like a 3-hour drive. We have like an hour left. We'll probably get breakfast whenever we get there. I'm hoping we stop for Subway, but I don't know. I don't even know what's around there. I don't know if this place is like in the middle of nowhere or if it's like in a normal town. I have no idea. So we'll find out then. And then I believe we're literally getting in the water like as soon as we get there. We're gonna set up camp and then get straight in the water. Last night we didn't really do much. We went and saw, as soon as we got to my place, we dropped off Trigger and then went and saw my friend from home, Emily's baby. So she just had her kid that was due on Tuesday, a few days early, little baby Hadley, and she is so precious and cute. Wasn't even like crying or anything when we got there. She was just like sleeping and so like precious and cuddly. So I'm so glad I got to meet her. And then we went to a little, I almost said a hole-in-the-wall bar, but it's literally called Hole-in-the-Wall. So it's a dive bar, again, in my hometown. So we spent some time with my parents there and then just went home for the night. We knew we had a really early morning, so we didn't want to stay out too late. And here we are. What are you doing, Trig? What'd you just say?
Vegan beer.
I think most beer is vegan, Mom.
It's good to be a vegan.
Including Milwaukee's Best Light.
The Beast.
You're so pretty.
You're so beautiful.
Anne Elizabeth, tell me what this park is officially called.
St. Francis.
So it's not François, it's not François, nothing weird.
Francis, you always know it's Francis.
Why?
Like
How's it
Helen
spelled?
Francis.
All right, y'all, we got the official word of how to say this mystery park. Did you know those are accidentally vegan?
What? Oh, I'm like, it's not? Because
It
I eat
is.
them all the time.
No, I'm saying they are. Can you hand me
They're
one?
Oreos. Oh,
You just bit that one. I want
I
a whole
know. I'll
one.
give you one.
Man,
Thank
one.
you.
Measure backflipping.
Another one.
Just drill it in here because this is solid.
I would have taken it like several.
Boys
myself.
drinking Jaeger, girls with the treasures. Let me pass it! Oh, girl.
Nailed it.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Look at you. Killing it. Hi. What are you doing?
It looks cool.
Denied. Alright, tell the story.
So, we ran into a little brown water snake,
A critter.
a critter, and everyone, you know, the
Naturally,
women
we freak
yes,
out.
freak out. So,
Occasionally.
Tianna asked a question of, are all snakes carnivorous?
Smart question.
Not really. Yes, they are. They're predators.
Vegetarian.
No. And,
Okay, time out. Think about dinosaurs.
yes,
True story.
There is reptiles. You are talking specifically snakes, so
Yep.
that's not a thing. All snakes are carnivorous.
Please comment if you think that some snakes were herbivores before you heard this video.
So,
Garden.
she goes, "You're forgetting one," and me and her mother look at her and we go, "Yeah." She goes, "The garden snake, they eat tomatoes."
Don't they eat tomatoes?
One, that's not a snake. A garden snake is not a thing. And no, they don't eat tomatoes.
Gardener. Close enough.
Gardener snake.
They probably eat tomatoes and meat.
They don't.
Then why does no one freak out whenever you find a gardener snake at
because
your
they're
house?
usually-
You say, "Oh, it's a gardener snake. It's okay."
Because they're usually smaller and they're not forward aggressive. It's not something poisonous. They usually just kind of go on their way.
And eat what?
They eat
Mice.
small field mice and rabbits and
That doesn't bother me. Eat all the mice you want, but don't eat me.
exactly. But when you see,
But your big toe could be like a mouse
no,
size.
they go after stuff they can see the end of, not little pieces of things. They're not alligators. Hey, you guys want to come to the campground tonight? I'm planning on...
Trig I, what are we doing? We're laying in a hammock. What are we doing? Looks like a normal hammock. Trigger outside. And then boom! Kyle. Oh my gosh. So this is like third time's a charm. The first time he fell on me. The second time
did
he
not
just
fall
fell
on you,
out
I
on the
was
other
next to
side. He just barely missed me. I mean, I felt it, but it wasn't like on me. It was like onto the ground. From like, how many feet up are you?
Probably where I jumped
5?
from, probably like, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm almost touching the ground, so I'm pretty low. No big deal. Still comfortable though. I don't know why we tried this in the first place, but it worked out.
Huh?
Tell me about what you're making.
I got vegan burgers right there. Or I got some veggie here. Black beans,
Can I have both?
quinoa, black
you,
beans,
Dad.
corn, and tomato.
This is a Costco vegan burger. It looks kind of like the Beyond Burger if you ask me. Very good. 10 out of 10. And this is a quinoa, black bean, corn, and tomato mix, I believe. Like a little soup that he made in that pan that's on that grill. Kyle, what the fudge are you wearing?
Nope, there he is.
Trigger. Please tell me why you think it's a good idea to lay in the middle of the road. Explain yourself. All right, the camping is over. It's Sunday morning. We didn't sleep well at all last night. I think it's just mostly because of the heat, honestly, because in Colorado it was like so easy to sleep in the van and like perfect, honestly. No bugs, no nothing, but literally it got down. I think the lowest was like 85 degrees, right? When we checked in the middle of the night.
Dipped into the high 70s late.
Oh, high 70s,
I mean,
okay.
but that was at like 3 or 4 this morning.
But it was honestly like miserable. We were running the car for like a good 30 minutes with the air, or 30 minutes, 3 hours with the air on. And then as soon as you would shut it off, like we thought it would like stay in the car for a little bit, but it just literally left within like 10 minutes. It was so hot. And we had the windows down with like the netting thing we have to block out the bugs, but it's still, there's just no airflow, no nothing.
breeze.
So like we slept pretty bad, but my parents and my aunt and uncle were in tents, and I guess that they said it was just as hot in there, and that they weren't even getting airflow through the tent. So it was just kind of a hot night overall, which is kind of the downfall of summer camping. But I mean, yesterday was so fun when we were kayaking. It was like such a short trip, but we stopped for a while, like on, what do we call those?
Sandbars.
Sandbars, on a sandbar. So it was worth it. It was so fun yesterday. Today it's already 8:30 right now. We woke up pretty early, but it took a long time to pack up because we had all the tents, we were helping with the chairs, the hammocks. There's just a lot going on. All the kayaks had to be put on the trailers and the trucks, so it took a lot longer than it normally does for just us two to pack up, which is totally fine. And then we just went to Casey's gas station so we could get some water and coffee, and then Kyle got breakfast pizza that I'm really jealous of. If you know Casey's gas station, breakfast pizza, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so good, and I actually really wish I could have had some, but instead I have this nice apple here. Yay, go health. So I'll eat that after I drink my coffee, and then we're going straight back to Kyle's parents' house, and we might hit up the farmer's market like we usually do on Sundays. We'll get there. What time? What's our ETA?
We'll just round it up to 9, so.
No, that says 1.
So 1, yeah.
Yeah, the GPS says our
Depending
ETA
if we
is 1
stop,
p.m.
we're trying to chug a lot of water. We had.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be stopping. I know I'll have to be. I always do.
So.
And I've drank a lot of water, and I already had 1 coffee, so this will be my second.
And we have like an extra hour and a half on this drive, so.
Yeah, because whenever we stopped in my hometown on Friday, that was already like on our way here to
Kinda, but yeah.
Missouri, so well, it was still heading south, so it made the trip shorter, but this one's going straight through. We're not stopping at my hometown, which means it'll be a longer drive, which is fine, but it just means we'll definitely probably stop. And honestly, there's no way I'm lasting until 1 without eating something more than this apple, so I'll probably make Kyle stop somewhere for me later.
So Subway in the future.
Most likely. That's like my only go-to.
How are you comfortable, Trigger? Your legs are over there, and then your head's all the way to the left.
We're about an hour out, I think. Kyle was getting a little tired, so he stopped for coffee. He'd literally rather get coffee than have me drive him for the last hour, so that's kind of sad, I guess. There was a Subway next door, but for some odd reason, I just wasn't feeling like a whole sandwich right now, so I just got a banana as a snack, and then a Diet Coke, which I know is terrible for me, but I just crave them sometimes. And what I really want is some watermelon, which his dad usually cuts up, especially when he knows I'm coming, because I'm a fiend for it just like him, and we'll
Split a watermelon.
We'll literally eat an entire watermelon, just us two. And I also am like really wanting my oatmeal. Once I like start getting in the like groove of eating the oatmeal every day, like I have been again lately, I literally crave it. Like instead of getting tired of it or like not wanting it, I like expect it in every day. So I feel like his mom will have oatmeal. She likes oatmeal.
She has a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so then I might have that with like peanut butter when I get there. Those are the 2 things that are sounding better to me than Subway today, which is very odd and not my norm, but I'm just feeling like I could hold on to this hour with this banana and then just fiend on those when I get there. I just used the word fiend like 4 times, I feel. Did I?
A lot.
I think I
It was
said
more
fiend a
than
lot.
4, I think.
Whatever, that's how I'm feeling.
Comment below how many times she said it.
I want some watermelon and some oatmeal. So that's the plan after this nanner, which is actually really good. We were just talking, you either get like hit or miss apples and bananas at gas stations, especially.
Or you anywhere.
Well,
really.
yeah, anywhere. But everyone's always like weirded out for buying food at gas stations. But I'm like, apples I kind of get because you should probably like clean them off, and I honestly usually don't because you eat the skin and that's probably gross. The bananas, it's like literally in a shell, or what do you call it? Skin, right?
It's a peel.
A peel. It's an appeal. So it's not like it can be like gross on the outside. Like that doesn't matter. It just depends if it's like gross on the inside. And this one's really good. I had like the perfect amount of dots, so you know it's gonna be like the perfect ripeness. And yeah, it was really good so far.
Is that a proven theory about the dots?
Yeah, I hate when they're like completely yellow because then they're too hard. And if they're completely brown, it's likely gonna be pretty smushy. So you need like a good amount of brown dots right in between, in my opinion. Unless you prefer them hard or like brown, but
A super ripe banana is gross. Like super, like almost like you're saying, like the just yellow.
that's unripe.
Or
Ripe is when it's like
unripe,
ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
when
would
it's
be,
like green.
super like juvenile, I guess.
It's
banana.
literally hard.
It's like like
You like crunch
like
it.
a-
Bananas should not
it's like
crunch.
it reminds me of like corn almost. It's like
Yeah,
like
and you know it's gonna
snaps.
happen whenever you peel it, and the peel like sticks to the banana still. It
Well,
like doesn't
yeah, when
peel
it starts,
easy.
yeah, when it doesn't like peel off, there's a bunch of like string. Yeah,
Yeah, that's ew. Yeah, that's just disgusting.
apples are the worst.
But I
They're
got
the
lucky
bad
with
ones.
this. Yeah, and my apple this morning at Casey's was really good. I prefer apples though when they're cold, so I like put mine in the fridge, and then when they're like nice and crisp and juicy when you bite into them and like refreshing, that's how I prefer them. So obviously it wasn't refrigerated at the gas station. It was in those like baskets up front, but it was still good. And I got another one, but I think I'm gonna save it for work tomorrow. But at the gas station, it was like buy 2 pieces of fruit for like $1.75, so you might as well get 2 instead of 1, in my opinion. Better safe. And I'll still eat it, so why not? As Kai adjusts the kayak, this is how Trig sits on me. What are you doing, Triggy? He didn't sleep well either, so he's a big sleepy butt. Which is good. We'd rather him sleep in the car than be a fussy butt. Hi, Triggy. Happy National Dog Day, by the way. I love you. As expected, we came home to a whole bowl of watermelon. And it's perfect. To end our weekend, we're gonna snuggle up and watch some Harry Potter. We're on the 5th one now. And I'm gonna eat my oatmeal. Say bye, Trig. Bye. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next video. Bye.